Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to another video. Today we are going to be talking about Football Manager 2019. Obviously, we're only a couple of months away from when the beta starts, which is normally 2 weeks before the game comes out. And I just want to sort of talk to you a little bit about my plans for FM19 so far. Some of them I've got to keep a little bit secret. Don't want anybody stealing my ideas. And also just FM18, how I feel about it and all that sort of good stuff. Now we've put a ton of time in it. So let's finish. Let's talk about FM18 first. I've really enjoyed. Football Manager is the best game. I always enjoy it. I think as the seasons as I've made more and more videos of it this season, as you well know, my infuriation with the goalkeepers has grown, even to the point the other day I almost found myself playing in 2D, so I just didn't see it, basically. And that, I think, I would be gutted if FM19 came out with a new training, that's what I'm assuming, and other bits which we will talk about in a minute, and then didn't fix the goalkeepers, and the goalkeepers need fixing, as well as having a ton more animations so they can actually do it. Because a lot of the problem with 3D Match Engine is that there's not an animation to show the correct thing. Fucking record more animations. You sell millions of these copies every year. You make a shit ton of money. You work for Sega. You borrow bits out of all the Total War games. Look at the animations in Total War games. Just steal a bit of that. Maybe not the stabby bit, because that would be weird red card for stabbing somebody through the head with a spear or something. But there's got to be a way you can have more animations to show the goalkeepers. I would say, honestly, if you looked closely at the goalkeepers, I would say 90% of the goals, the goalkeeper doesn't look right. Even the ones where he sort of tries to make a save or something like that. If you watch a real-life goalkeeper, it would look different. And I'm not saying he would save it, of course not, but I'm saying, like making yourself big, that never happens in Football Manager and all that sort of stuff. And the weird sort of, he's on the floor by the time the ball's even left the guy's boot, other just random shit that happens. And I will be absolutely gutted if the goalkeepers are the same as last year. Also with just goalkeeper ratings have been shit for 10 years or something like that. If you're a striker, you think, if my striker's banging in over the course of a season a 7.2 rating, then I think that's a decent rating. But you're fucking over the moon if you can get an average of a 7 rating on a goalkeeper. The only real time you can get that sort of consistently, even with a good goalkeeper, is to have a sweeper keeper, which shouldn't be like that. So, but overall, FM18's been a brilliant game. I think it improved in lots of areas. I've had so much fun with it. Obviously, I'm not finishing the series, but the Journeyman series has been brilliant this year. We've had such exciting times. I'm really enjoying the focuses. Obviously, I've got my Dresden background at the moment, which is the Journeyman, and I'm really enjoying that we sort of moved around all these weird and wonderful countries and stuff like that, and then we end up picking a club that we can stay at for a few years, and that seemed to be a nice mix rather than just jumping club. I could have gone to a bigger German club or something like that, but getting them promoted into the Bundesliga and doing what we did there so far, I've really, really enjoyed. And then on the other side, we've got the Altrincham save, which has been brilliant. The Altrincham save is how I play Football Manager before YouTube, which was basically take a tiny club and take them as far as you can, build up all the infrastructure and do all the finances, which I really, really enjoy, and bringing through those youth talent and everything like that. We've got a player in the Altrincham save that we had in like the Vanarama South, and he is now playing in the Championship. He's really good, and those sort of stories that come along with it, I think, are fascinating. So we've got 2 very different series on the go that I'm really, really enjoying. And I've done a few experiments this year. You know how I feel about experiments. I could pump out a ton of experiments because they get really good viewers and you get lots of subscribers and stuff from them. But as you know, that's not really how I focus nowadays. Whenever I do an experiment, it's because I want to see the result of something. I know what's going to happen if I give Coventry £1 billion. They're going to buy lots of players and probably get promoted. I don't need to do that. Whereas, for instance, the recent experiment that I did, which was basically take FM18, with all the updated summer transfers and run it 100 times and see the average table. The reason why I did that was because I recently did a video of Football Manager, oh, not Football Manager, real life football, my Premier League predictions. And after I'd done it, I thought to myself, oh, I wonder what FM thinks the league. It'd be quite fun to compare once they've got all the transfers in. So when the guys did the database editor and included all the transfers from the summer, I was like, I'm just going to run it once, just do a season and see what the leagues are like. And then I was thinking, oh, that'd make a fun video. And I said, well, I don't want to do it once because random shit could happen, right? You know, Man City, all their strikers might get injured and they'll finish 19th. And we were like, oh, what's going on there? So I thought, well, okay, if I'm going to make a video, I'll do it. I need to do it a few times. I was like, should I do it 10 times? And because I quite like the testing, like the whole way of doing testing and stuff, I thought, well, I've got to run it a decent amount of times. Ended up with 100, which I didn't fully think through, because not only did I have to holiday the same season 100 times, have 100 different save files, I then had to go in and basically have an Excel spreadsheet where I input all the points for every team in the Premier League 20 times, like 100 times, basically do the league table. And then stupidly I said I'm going to do a goals and assists thing. So that I'm working on at the moment, and that's taken me, just the goals one has taken me about 25 hours of data input, because I have to have all the top 20 goal scorers of each season, and then I have to then fill in all the blanks of all the people that might not have got in the top 20, but they're in the 25th place, to come up with a top 20 list of goal scorers. But I did that because I wanted to see it. I was like, oh, I really would like to see and compare it, and it was fascinating. So go check those videos out. But like I said, so in FM19, there will be some experiments if and when I find something interesting. I want to do, because I'm stupid, I want to do the same experiment, but in FM19, because obviously we've got all the updated transfers in FM18, but the attributes of the players have not been updated. For instance, Alisson in FM18 is a good goalkeeper. He's not a great goalkeeper. I'm imagining he will be better in FM19, so the attributes will change, and I want to compare FM18 with updated transfers versus FM19 to see the differences. So I'm going to do, once FM19 comes out, I'm going to do that experiment, plus a few other ones that sort of people think of, I think of, or that are suggested to me that I quite like the idea of. Silly ones are my personal favourite, like the one where we made, what if David De Gea was really, really fat, and stuff like that. You know, just silly experiments. As for the main save, this is quite a big announcement. It's not 100% certain yet as my main save, but it's probably not going to be a journeyman. Dun, dun, dun. I love the journeyman, and it's not for that reason that I'm not doing one this year, that I'm bored of it or anything, because the journeyman in itself is so different every year. You could just continue to do it forever. But I think it just needs to be rested. I think doing a journeyman year on year, you know, you kind of get to know what's going to happen. So I think I don't want to give too much away, because I only have preliminary plans now. I will be doing, it won't be like a one club save or anything like that. It will be probably involve moving around a little bit, but maybe within one country, maybe within a continent or whatever, but with a very specific twist. Right, there's going to be a thing on this one that makes it different to anything else I've done before. I'm not saying it's revolutionary. I'm sure other people will do it. I don't watch much FM content. I just don't have the time to watch FM content nowadays. So I don't really know what other people are doing. And I don't really care, to be honest. Like, if it turns out that my idea, somebody else is also doing the exact same thing, that's cool. You know, it's Football Manager at the end of the day. It's all going to sort of end up different anyway. So but I can't give you full details. Firstly, because I don't want to give it away, and also it's not finalised exactly. But what I want to do, especially early on in FM, is that I'm not going to have two different saves running in conjunction with each other. Because the problem with that is that you end up running really low on time. So I'll be having to do 2 episodes a day. You've got to remember that recording an episode takes a while, and then you've got to edit it, then you've got to render it, which takes an hour, then you've got to handbrake it to make the file smaller, then you've got to upload it and do the... So each episode takes a good few hours, plus if you're doing 2 saves, you have to play all the games in between. So that might take an hour or 2 to play the games in between each episode. So what that happens is, as much fun as I've had with these, I've not been able, these 2 saves in FM18, I've not been able to do lots of funny skits and stuff like that, and silly little things that take up quite a lot of time because I just don't have the time to do it. So what I'm thinking of doing is next year having one main save that I can put a bit more time and love and energy into and do some silly shit and have a laugh with it, and it's going to be a bit more involved. My plan currently is going to be a bit more involved. It's going to take a lot more time. So have that as my main sort of save. Sprinkle in a few experiments, obviously sprinkle in other games and stuff as well, because they're a lot easier. Like, let's say if I'm playing Jurassic World or Theme Park currently, I can record them back-to-back episodes. I don't need to play for 2 hours in between recording an episode, so it's actually a lot quicker to record other games. So I'll have one main Football Manager saves with a Football Manager experiment sprinkled in. Maybe the odd little minor save, silly little fun save or something like that. Maybe an interesting database comes out and I do a little 20-episode save or something I call back-to-back. But I really want to make the main save the sort of mainstay of the channel and put more effort into it. You know, I know you guys are big fans of the funny, silly stuff at the beginning of episodes, and so am I. It's just a time constraint thing currently when I'm pumping out 2 episodes a day, plus doing all the other stuff and everything. And also, it's just, it becomes, like I said, almost like a factory input. It should go, chug through, get it out. Next one and you take less time to enjoy the game. So that's what we're going to do for the sort of main FM save. Obviously, on the run-up to FM19, I'm going to be releasing videos on new features, and whenever they talk about new features and stuff, I'll make a video and just talk about what I think about it. I'm confident training is going to be the big thing this year, but I'll be making some videos about it. I'll also be doing a beta save. I'm thinking I'm just going to do a Liverpool beta save because it's my team, and I want to use all the new players and see how we can do. Maybe just because obviously it's 2 weeks to beat a save, so I think I might just get through 1 season with it or something like that, go for. Also, side note, I am still working on the dog channel and cat channel. I've got intro videos done, but like I said, the way these 2 saves are working out with the 2 Football Manager saves, it's just sucking all my time away. Especially now I've started doing this experiment recently, because that's been my entire week, has just been data input to make all these all this shit for the experiments. And while I enjoy that, it's sort of taken away. The dog channel definitely will come. I'm thinking, I don't know how long these 2 FM18 saves are going to, the Altrincham saves and the Journeyman, I don't know how much longer they're going to run. I never put a time frame on it generally, because I don't see the point, really. If we're still enjoying it, we'll go all the way to FM19. If there's a good place to end it, we might end it earlier. Like last year, I ended Football Manager probably a month before the new one came out, just to have a little break from Football Manager. So I imagine I'll do something like that. But I also want to continue these saves right up till then. So hopefully with that month, I can work on the dog channel and cat channel and get that rolling. I only plan to make maybe 1 video a week for the dog channel, but I want to have a few made in advance so I can put them out if and when I don't have time to do the other stuff. So yeah, tons going on. I'm very, very excited about FM19. It's always an exciting time of year for any sort of FM YouTuber or FM streamer, because obviously there's lots more eyes on the game. It's the time of the year when we get our biggest growth in terms of subs and views and everything. So it's always a very important time for us, and you kind of really have to sort of try and make it count. And I probably, like I said before, my change of mindset video, it would probably make more sense, more growth-wise, to have a couple of saves on the go, or do some little mini saves is probably the most ideal thing. But that's not really what I'm about anymore. It's just I want to just do a really fun save that's got lots going on, lots of I want to play some characters and stuff like that. We had a ton of fun doing silly characters like I can't even remember her name. What was it? Barbara? Was it Barbara? The Australian weather girl, and all that sort of stuff. I want to bring that back and add some. What I want to do, little tip I'll give, little little nugget of information is I want to have at least one other main character that will appear regularly on my FM19 save. In what form that will take, I'll leave that a mystery for now. But that's what I want to do. Maybe have some reoccurring themes and people coming in and stuff like that that will sort of mix up the save and stuff. So that's basically my plans for FM19. It's always open to change because you never quite know what's going on. You know, something interesting, or something might take my interest or something like that. But that's my plans. Let me know what you think of them. If you have any suggestions for any sort of plans or experiments or whatever it is, let me know just your thoughts in general and tell me if you're excited. And also predict what you think FM19, what the big selling point of FM19 is going to be this year. Because normally they have one main update and they'll have lots of other little things they've improved, right? Little sort of fluff bits. So what if you think, not what you want to happen, but what you think FM will do this year, where's the main area they go in? I think I'm going for training. I think they're going to go big on training. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Check out my experiments because it took fucking ages. And I'll speak to you in the next video. Bye-bye.